Happy Wednesday, hump day. We're in the middle of the week. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend again. Today I'm making two things. I'm making a keto no bake chocolate oatmeal bar, but it doesn't have any oatmeal. And I'm making a coconut custard also. So my ingredients, I have a cup of almond flour, a cup of coconut flakes, a cup of sliced almonds, a half a cup of chocolate, a quarter teaspoon of salt, a quarter teaspoon of vanilla, 2 ounces of butter, half a cup of the ethereal sugar, can't say that, sorry, and a stick of butter. So, and one and a quarter cup of heavy cream. So this is for the filling, the chocolate. This is for the chocolate. This is for the filling, the middle of the bar, and the butter. Okay. The sugar in this bowl. This is for the melting. I have to melt the butter and the sugar and the vanilla. And I have to blend these two together, okay? The coconut flakes and the almonds. In this bowl, I'm going to add the almond flour and the salt. And we're going to mix that together. Okay, mix this together. And we're going to set this aside. Alright, we'll set it aside. Right, so now we're going to blend the coconut flakes and the almonds, and have it come out like an oatmeal. That's why it says oatmeal. Okay? So we're going to add the cup of coconut flakes. And this is unsweetened coconut flakes. And sliced almonds. Okay. So we're going to blend. Some more. Okay, not too much, okay? Let me move this out the way. And we're going to put this mixture, one got away. So do you see how it looks like oatmeal? Okay, so that's why it's called oatmeal. That's why. So we set that aside, and now we're going to melt our butter, sugar, and vanilla. Okay, and we're going to whisk that together. We melt that. Make sure this is melted. And I have my pan already lined. Okay. Just want to melt this. We add the vanilla. sit for an hour so it can set. I'm gonna add the sugar soon. And there's a syrup that you can put, but I don't have the syrup. It's a keto syrup. So I'm gonna add the sugar, and I'm going to stir until it completely melts. So I'm going to turn the stove down on medium. So it has to melt completely. So we're going to add the flour and the almonds together. We're going to add those things together. Okay, now we're going to take it off the heat because the sugar has melted. Not melted yet. I thought it had melted. Make sure you scrape down the sides. And it smells good with the vanilla. So we're gonna mix the almond flour and the coconut together. Now it's melted. Okay, now it's melted. Now we're going to add this mixture. Add this mixture to the flour, okay? And you mix. Don't worry, my countertop is clean. Okay, so now I'm going to take a third of this and layer my pan. Okay, put it in my pan and have the rest for the top. Now I have to make a filling for this has to sit for an hour, okay? Let me put some more. Put a little bit more in the corner. Okay. So that's the filling. right? That's for the bottom. You see that? That's how it's supposed to look. Okay? So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to rinse this out so I can do the milk and the chocolate. Okay. Let that dry. Let me get a paper towel and dry it out. So we're going to add the milk to heat up. Then we're going to add the chocolate after that heats up. And then the butter. Okay? So we just have to have that on. And we're going to add the milk. Okay? We add the heavy cream. So that's 1 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And we heat that up. And once that heats up, we're going to add the chocolate so the chocolate can melt. And then we're going to add the butter in last. Okay, this is 2 tablespoons of butter. So this has to go, the chocolate will go here. Okay. All right. So the milk is getting hot. We want to get hot enough so it can melt the chocolate. Okay? So I'm going to remove this from the heat, okay, and add the chocolate in so that can melt, okay. Chocolate's melting. Look how dark that's coming. So now I'm going to add the butter. I'm going to let this cool for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to pour it in. So we're going to have this sit and cool, and then we're going to pour it in, and then add the rest of the crust, okay? And this has to sit for an hour. So it's completely melted. So I just have to wait for it to cool down a little bit and then pour it in. Okay? So give it about 5 minutes. Hey, I'm back with the no bake oatmeal bar, chocolate oatmeal bar, and it's been in the refrigerator for half an hour. I'm gonna just pull it out, and I'm just going to That's good. So I'm going to cut it in half. So this is basically has to stay in the refrigerator. Okay. I'm gonna make bars out of it. This can be a nice snack. You know, it's a healthy snack. Oh boy. I'm not a good slicer at all. So I have, look at that. Nice. I'm gonna have a piece. And you see all that is inside. It tastes good. It's very good. Very, very good. And if you wanted to make it smaller, you can. Like you can cut it in half again if it's too much for you. You know, just have a little piece. You see the bottom? Okay. That's what it's supposed to look like. That's what it's supposed to look like. And if you wanted to cut it in half again, you can make squares out of it. But it's supposed to be a bar, like a candy bar. And it's really delicious. Definitely try this. It is good. It's good. Okay. Okay, so this is our second portion We're making a coconut custard, and I have here 1 cup of heavy cream, a half a cup of coconut milk, a cup of the erythritol, actually a 3/4 cup of erythritol sugar, one stick of melted butter, half a teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a cup of coconut flakes, a 1/4 cup of coconut flakes, 4 eggs, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, and 3 tablespoons of coconut flour. And this is my baking dish. And I'm going to get the blender, and everything goes in the blender, okay? So I'm going to move the stuff I don't need right now, which is the flour, and this, and this, and this is for the topping, and this, okay? So everything I don't need. All right. So I'm going to add the eggs. Forgetting my blade. Okay. I'm going to add the eggs, the coconut milk. This is an all-fat coconut milk. And this is the sugar. Okay. This is the heavy cream. This is the butter and the vanilla. Okay. So we're gonna plug it in and we're gonna blend it. Okay. I'm gonna cover it first. Okay. So all of that goes in and we blend. So now I'm going to add the baking powder. I'm going to add the coconut flour. I'm going to add the salt. And I'm going to add the coconut flakes. Okay? And we make sure everything is blended together. And then we're going to pour it in the pan. And we're going to bake for an hour on 350 and blend. So this is a coconut custard that you just usually when I make a coconut custard, it's on the stove, but everything is in here, and so we pour it in. Okay, it's going to be very thick. I should have taken that out, but I didn't. So it's going to go in. I don't have a 9-inch pan or a pie dish, but I have this, so this is going to do perfectly. Or you could have put it in some ramekins, okay, and just put it in the oven. So I'm going to sprinkle the top of it with some coconut flakes. Some shredded coconut flakes. And if you wanted to put coconut, this is shredded coconut. If you want to put some flakes on top, you can. I think I might do that. I'll do that later when it comes out. And okay, so this is done. Now I'm going to put it in the oven. I already have my oven preheated. And I'm going to put it in the oven for an hour. And after the hour, it goes into the refrigerator for 2 hours to cool. But it sits outside for a half an hour. Okay? So this is done. I'm going to put it in the oven. Okay? Okay, I'm about to take the coconut custard out the oven. It's nice. It looks really amazing. So I have to let it sit on the counter for, let me turn the oven off, for 30 minutes. Woo! And you see how jiggly it is? That's what it's supposed to look like, jiggly. So have it sit on the counter for a half an hour so it can cool. Then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator so it can get a little cooler, much cooler, for 2 hours. Then we're going to slice it up. Okay, we put some nice coconut. It looks really good. Can't wait to taste it. It smells so good. It smells up the whole house. It smells amazing. Coconut custard. Let it sit there for a half an hour and let it cool. Then we can put it in the refrigerator for 2 hours. Okay, now the coconut custard has fallen. I don't know why I did that, but it's fallen. But it's been in the refrigerator for 2 hours. And I'm going to, and it's nice and chilled. So I'm going to cut it into a square. And take a piece out. I'll try to take a piece out and see how it comes out. It's falling apart. It's not coming out the way I want it to come out, but it is cooked. Okay. So I'm going to try another piece. Okay. Try a different piece. I'm going to use the spatula instead of the knife. Okay. And it's nice, and sometimes the first piece is always the hardest to come out. Okay. So I'm going to, oh, look at that. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Look at that. Very, very nice. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to definitely, I'm not going to try this one. I'm going to take a picture of that one. But I'm going to try this piece right here with the coconut on top. This is good. It's very good. It tastes more like a cake than a custard. It's nice. Very, very nice. The filling is nice. And you can taste the vanilla. Oh my gosh. That is very nice. This is definitely a dessert you should try. It's very nice. Very good. Thank you for joining me today. I pray that you have a wonderful week. Finish off the week. Have 2 more days to go. And have a wonderful week, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Okay? I'll see you then. Bye.